So we had R times Vg at R being equal to some constant. So we can write this as R into dV by the coordinate axis perpendicular to this velocity, the velocity being in this direction. This is the direction of velocity. So the coordinate perpendicular to it is basically this vertical R. However, we should note that we are not actually considering a 2D case here. It is a cylinder and hence R is in all possible radial directions. So we are actually considering the radial coordinate system here. So this will be basically dr. Because it is symmetrical from all sides, we do not need to bother in some other direction what would the variation of R or V be. Because if you look at a top view, let's say I'm looking at this pipe from this side, I'm going to see the pipe's cross section and through it the incoming cylinder. So R is basically in any of these directions. So it really does not matter what direction I am considering, because ultimately my velocity is in this direction, just coming out of the plane of the paper. So this quantity is constant. If we simplify it further, we end up with a differential equation of this sort. To solve this differential equation, we are simply going to take this dr here and integrate both sides. So we have dv being equal to c by r times dr. If we integrate both sides of this equation, we get integral of dv being equal to integral of c by r dr. C being a constant can be taken out of the integration. So what we remain with is dv being equal to c into 1 by r dr. The integral of this quantity is ln of r, and the integral of this is going to be v. So we have v being equal to c ln of r plus some other constant, say d. Now our job is to determine both of these constants, which we can do by considering some boundary conditions at different points. So what our boundary conditions will be? Let us look into that. We have v being equal to c times ln of r plus d. We know that at r equal to r naught, velocity is going to be v naught, because this cylinder is moving with a velocity v naught. We also know at r equal to, we considered the entire cylinder radius as capital R, the pipe radius. So this at r equal to capital R, we will be having v equal to 0. This comes from the fact that at the pipe periphery, there is going to be no motion of the fluid layer. That is because of the fact that this pipe is static. This pipe itself is not moving. So this is going to be our situation. If we put them back here, what we get is, considering the first condition now, from this we get v naught being equal to c ln of r naught plus D. From this we get 0 being equal to C ln of capital R plus D. From this equation we get D to be equal to C times ln of, with a negative sign, R. We put this D back here. What we get is V naught equal to C ln of R naught minus ln of R. This gives us C to be equal to V naught by ln of R naught by capital R. Now, putting this C back here, we can get what the value of D is. So if we do that, we have considered both now. Therefore, V is going to be equal to C times, let us write the second equation first. We'll get D as minus V naught divided by ln of R naught by R times ln of capital R. So we have got D, we have got C, and we thus know the velocity profile. Let us substitute them back here. Substituting these two values here, we get V equal to V naught by ln R naught by R times ln small r plus this D, which is going to be minus V naught by ln R naught by capital R times ln of capital R. Now let us combine these two terms and simplify our equation. This becomes equal to V naught. If we combine these two terms, we get ln of R by R, and in the denominator we have ln of R naught by capital R. This is the velocity profile we are looking for. If we try to plot it in the velocity profile diagram, let us see how is it going to look like. We have V being equal to V naught into ln of R by R divided by ln of R naught by R. If we look at it in terms of mathematics, we will be having this part of the equation as a constant and this is a variable function. So we have, let's say, k times ln of R. Divided by R, this can entirely be taken as another variable, but for convenience let us write it in this format only. Now how is this going to look like? Firstly, let us consider the graph of y equal to ln x. This is something like this. This here is basically 1. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. This is the general form of the y equal to ln x type.